Hello, what is up? I'm Slightly Average Day, and welcome to my channel. You can call me Lee or Marley or whatever name you come up with to call me. Um, Before I begin this video, I just want to say the white strip at the bottom of the screen, I don't know how to go about removing that, because it is the bin that is propping up the camera, otherwise known as a 2014 broken phone. Okay, so recently there was an announcement for My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. And if you've never seen the movie series for that before, it is really good. And one of the crowning jewels, and the reason I watched it to begin with, is because of Joey Fatone. If you don't know who Joey Fatone is, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Because Joey Fatone is the greatest person in the universe, and I'm here to tell you why. Okay, so Joey Fatone first, I think, got his start or whatever when he was in Nsync. Nsync was a boy band in the early 2000s or 90s, somewhere around there. Did not do research ahead of time. I'm just telling you what I know. And this is all opinion based. If you don't like Joey Fatone, I'm very sorry because I love Joey Fatone. I just love him so much. He's just my little Joey. He's just so cool. And I even have a Funko of him right up here. This is my Joey Fatone. Let me just break all the other stuff that's back here. Also, I also have Lance from Nsync back here too. My best friend got that from me. Shout out to my best friend. You know who you are. I don't know what that was for. Sorry. Okay, so Joey Fatone. He was a part of Nsync, and he was a good singer. He was a good dancer. He was funny, and yeah, he was just rocking, rolling, being cool. So he did that, and that's how he got famous. And yeah, a lot of people have mixed opinions on Joey Fatone, and a lot of them were like, "Oh, he's just gross, and he's just the funny one, and he's the fat one," even though like he literally was not fat. So like, kind of rude. The only thing that's fat about him is his last name, because if you pull apart Fatone, it is Fat One. Think about that. I was forced to think about it because when we got that Funko, my dad was like, huh, his last name's Fat One. Think about that. Also, when we got that, me and my dad and my sister, we went to GameStop and we literally just bought the Joey Fatone figure or whatever. And the guy behind the counter that kind of looks like Ross from Friends, like, seemed a little weirded out that, like, out of all of the Funko Pops, we chose that. And also, he was talking about how, like, I guess the store next door was playing Backstreet Boys, but who cares about Backstreet Boys? If you care about Backstreet Boys, it was just a joke. But NSYNC, dance moves for NSYNC, because it has Joey Fatone and Lance Bass and Chris Kirkpatrick and Justin Timberlake and JC last name. I never remember JC's last name. Okay, so you're probably wondering, what does this Joey guy look like? Well, I'm gonna find you a picture of him, and it's gonna be very professional because I'm not editing this video. Pulling out my handy dandy computer. Oh wow. Oh wow, Joey. Look at you, glowy. Okay, I gotta find like a good picture. Okay, here's one of him with Chris. Let's see if you can see that. Joey is this one. This is Joey. And this is Chris. Chris is also cool, but he is not Joey. So kind of irrelevant. Um Let me find another picture of Joey. Okay, I'm gonna show you a picture of Joey now. I saw one that looked really silly. I can't find the one that I was trying to look for, but this one he looks like he is taking a picture for like a dentist office. Like, Doesn't that look like he's just about to, like, fill some holes in your teeth? I would trust that dentist. Because he's so cool. He is so cool. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna get copyright for this, but I want to give you an example of Joey Fatone singing. So what I'm wanting to show you is, wait, I'm trying to think of what the song is. It's from the 2001 movie On the Line. And On the Line, it's like a romantic comedy. It's starring Lance Bass, and Joey Fatone is like the best friend character, and like he's really funny and awesome. I think it's called Ready to Fall, but I did not type that in. Oh, okay. So let me see here. If it starts like. Okay. Here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this full screen. Sorry if this video is giving weird Zoom call with that, like, one girl you met from high school that you really didn't like, but, like, she's like, talk to me and stuff because I want to show you Joey Fatone. Okay. Here he is.
A song I wrote. A very good friend of mine. I get a feeling I can't explain. Whenever your eyes meet mine, my heart spins in circles, and I lose all space in time. And now that
I don't know if you can hear it, but it's really good. Now I'm gonna listen to it. It's gonna be okay. And I'm ready to fall in love tonight. Ready to hold my heart open wide. I can't promise forever, but baby, I'll try. I'm ready to fall in love tonight. Okay, that's all you're getting. Okay, so, now that I've said, yo, it's Joey, I'm moving this chair. Sorry, it's very loud. So, let's talk about Joey some more. So, Joey has been in a lot of movies and TV shows and stuff since he was in Nsync. That's kind of what he's doing right now, since he's a funny guy. He's gonna be on all those movies. So, I already said a little bit about On the Line, but his character Rod is so funny. He's like this rock and roll dude, and he's just like, oh my gosh, like there's this part in the movie. Sorry if you don't want spoilers for the 2001 movie On the Line, but here's a spoiler. He's telling his friends a story about a girl that he went out with on like a blind date or something. Like, I don't know, he met her at the bar, they went home, and like he was like, oh, I wanted to show her my music and stuff, and then he was talking about like, I was rocking, I was rolling, I was, and he's like playing his guitar or whatever, and he's like, and then I did my signature amp kick, and then he like kicks this chick in the face, and like she falls over, and like I think he like broke her nose and her leg or something, but he was just like really sad about it, and then like he's such a good friend throughout the movie because like the main character Kevin, who's played by Lance Bass. I need to fix my phone because it's gonna drive me nuts. I'm gonna do that while I'm talking to you. Okay, so, well, maybe it'll be easier to explain if I do bring these guys down. Okay, we're gonna use all of these as characters in On the Line. Okay, let me explain this to you. This is probably gonna be a long video. Okay, so first, we meet our main character. This is Kevin Gibbons. Kevin Gibbons works at this media firm, and he is like, you know, doing like ad work or whatever, just trying to get his grounding, like trying to be like the cool ad guy. And he's working on this big ad campaign. He ends up meeting this girl or whatever at like the subway station or whatever. Like, they were on the same train together, and then like they really hit it off. Okay, let me find who's gonna play. Well, this is the girliest Funko I have. Olaf Moana is going to play Abby. We do not learn Abby's last name, so we're just gonna call her Abby. So Abby and Kevin meet or whatever, and they're just like, oh, hey, and then Abby's all like, yo, hey, and then they're talking and stuff, like, you know, carrying on as you do when you're in love, pretty much. And then, she's like, I can make paper airplanes because my dad's a pilot, and then, like, nobody cares because it's Abby. And then, she's like, he's like, oh, I can name all the presidents. And then she's like, yo, seriously? And then he starts listing all the presidents or whatever. I don't know all the presidents, so we're gonna imagine that I listed all the presidents. President name, president name, president name. And then Abby is over here, and then she joins him. And so they're both like, president name, president name, president name, president name. And they're like, wow, we must be in love. And then they don't learn each other's names. And then, like, he's like, oh no, the train's about to leave. And then she's like, oh my gosh, I gotta get on the train. And so they go on their, like, separate trains or whatever. But Kevin can't stop thinking about this girl, and it's so sad because he can't stop thinking about her, and he loves her pretty much and stuff. So my boy Kevin, he, like, goes to the bar or whatever with his friends. So we got Rod, and then let me think, Eric and Randy. And then, like, oh, I forgot, at the beginning of the movie, these four, they were in a band together in high school called Granite, and Eric's just like, yo, guys, like, we gotta bring Granite back together because, Rod was, like, playing a show or whatever at this bar, and it, like, just went really bad and stuff. He's like, my band sucks, I hate them. And then Eric, you know, he's like, oh, we should get Granite back together. And then, they, like, do this, like, Granite, 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 give me some, give me some, give me some. It's like a little hand thing that they do. But Kevin's like, I'm serious, guys. Like, I found this girl and I really like her. And then Rod's like, yo, you should go for it. And then he's like, how am I supposed to find her? Like, ugh. So he, like, starts putting out all of these ads or whatever, like, hanging up posters all around town, like, are you the girl from the L or whatever? We talked about all the presidents. And Al Green. I forgot to mention, Al Green's important to this story. Okay. So, yeah. That happens. And then Abby's at home with her creepy friend. We're gonna use baby Easter Bear for her friend and stuff. Just imagine this is like a creepy blonde chick that I thought was Abby's mom. And Abby's like playing with a sock monkey for some reason on her couch, and she's just like, I met this guy, and, like, it's making me rethink, like, the whole boyfriend thing, because my boyfriend kind of sucks. And then Red's like, ew, is he cute? And that's all weird, and that just happened. Yeah, so that happens or whatever, and then, like, Kevin's going around trying to find the girl, and, like, he goes on all these dates with different girls, and none of them are the girl, and it's really upsetting because he wants to meet the girl. He wants to meet Abby. Who can forget her? Who can forget Abby? She can list all the presidents, and because her dad's a pilot, she said that's the reason she can make paper airplanes. Who cares? Who cares about Abby? This movie is about Rod. This movie is about Rod. And Rod, like, his plot or whatever is basically like, I'm all about the love and the passion and the rock and roll and he's doing that. That's his thing. He likes that. Oh, and there's this, like, superstar that's, like, coming into town or whatever, and, like, Rod's upset because he's like, oh man, like, he's not, like, how is he famous even though, like, you know, I'm all about the love and the passion or whatever, and, like, yeah, that happens. Anyways, so they end up, like, putting an ad out in the paper and stuff for the girl and stuff, and then, like, I don't know, a bunch of stuff happens. I don't want to give away everything. But there is one character that I did want to talk about real quick. It's not that important to the story. A lot of the things I've said are not important to the story. I'm using Ryan Howard from The Office as one of the guys or whatever, because there's a guy that plays Tetris in it, and I love Tetris. And he's like trying to ruin his life, Kevin Gibbons' life, because Kevin Gibbons was asked out by the girl that he wanted. I don't remember this one's name and stuff, but like, we're just gonna call him Ryan. So Ryan wanted like this guy's girl in high school, and now he doesn't want him to be happy, and it's a huge mess. And he works for like a newspaper company or whatever. He devises a plan or whatever with his girl. Okay. Pretend this is his girl. I'm just taking away all the decorations in my room. Okay, this is his girl or whatever. I don't remember his girl's name. And they're talking and stuff, and she's like, well, what if I went on a date with this Kevin Gibbons guy and stuff and saw what it was all about? And then he's like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And then he like does his thing. And then that's when the part happens that I was talking about, where he's like, I'm rocking and rolling and going. And then he like, and then like kicks her in the face, and now she's all hobbling and bobbling because like she has crutches. That's why it's so insensitive. Yeah, so that was this guy's girlfriend or whatever, and then she's like, oh, Kevin's friends are going on dates for the girls. That was another plot point. They were all like, yo, we could take some of these dates off your hands. And then like she's like, oh, wait. Ryan's all like, oh my gosh, he sounds like such a nerd and a loser. And then she's like, well, I think he's romantic and stuff, but I think he's romantic. She wasn't British, but she is today. And then like, yeah, they're like, did they break up? Yeah. So basically a lot of stuff happens, and then towards the end of the movie, Abby and Kevin meet up again or whatever. Like, there was a fight at one point and stuff because Abby found out that the friends were taking some of the dates and stuff, and Kevin was just like, wait, Abby. And then she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you do that to me. That is so mean. Ah! And like, yeah, so eventually he's like, I'm so sorry, and then he put out an ad on like a huge billboard and stuff in New York or Chicago or wherever they're at. It's Chicago, I think. And then they meet up, and then they kiss, and then like at the end, like she goes back to the bar and is like, yo, I love you, Rod. And then Rod's like, I love you too, or something. And then Rod gets a music deal and like gets discovered and stuff, and like that happens. And then let's see, Randy ends up finding a girl or whatever at the bar, and she's holding a book that's like art. And then Eric, I think he's just vibing or whatever. Like, there's a sweet moment where like Randy and Eric are like hugging each other and stuff, and they're watching on the TV or whatever, because like the newscasters were like following the story with Kevin and Abby or whatever. Oh, and there's also like another weird plot line or whatever that I just have to mention real quick. Sorry if I'm going all over this place. This is probably very confusing for you if you have never seen the movie, or if you just can't understand what I'm talking about. There's this girl or whatever, like, that stole Kevin's idea and stuff at the place or whatever, and was like so mean to him for like literally no reason. And then at one point she says something to him or whatever. He's like, oh, you're just gonna say all my ideas are bad, aren't you? And then she's like, brilliant deduction, Scooby. What? Who wrote this? Anyways, great movie. Also, there's another character I forgot to mention. I need to find something else. Okay, wait. Okay, imagine this is a kind of creepy guy that only drinks wheatgrass. He talks like this, and then he's all like, Gibbons, you need to get your act together. And then Gibbons is like, oh, I'm trying my best and stuff, but I'm kind of in love. And then he's like, waste of time. And then he like dabbed on the haters, kind of thing. So yeah, that's on the line. Everybody's in love, and then at the end, Al Green comes back around or whatever, and then he's all like, "Ah, I'm so in love with you," and then they're all dancing and stuff, and then Eric does this little like rap thing, and he's like, but it's like an actual rap. So that's on the line. That's a reason to love Joey Fatone. Also, I think Joey's the one that gives like the big speech or whatever, because like he gives a speech on a train that like they didn't know Abby was on, but she was on it. Let me find the speech real quick. I have it on a shirt I made. Okay, let me flip through my clothes real quick. I think it's towards here. Okay. I can't remember if it was Rod or if it was Eric, but like they were on the same train, so they were both in this part. This is my glow in the dark shirt I made with the quote. Oh, I guess it was Eric that said it, but this is still important to the story because like it's a heartwarming moment, and you're just like, oh my gosh, they met on the train and they're gonna be in love. Okay, love may not make the world go round, but it makes the ride worthwhile. Isn't that just beautiful? Like, so great. I got emotional the first time. Very emotional. The first time watching On the Line was so great because, like, me and my best friend, we were able to get the VHS tape from her library and stuff. Like, we had it ordered in or whatever. And we watched it in her room, and we were eating ice cream or whatever. And we were just like, this is the best movie ever. And stuff. And, like, it just kind of shaped us. It's so good, and now like we're trying to get as many copies of it as we can. So like, she owns it on DVD and she has it on Prime, and then I have it on Prime, and then like yeah, it's just great. And she has the CD. I don't know where she found the CD, and I have my like little shirt, and then like I don't know, yeah. So Joey Fatone. Joey Fatone is cool, and that's the first movie I'm gonna talk about that he's in. Also, sorry, this is probably going to be a long and all over the place video. I'm going to put this shirt back, and I am going to collect my thoughts for a second on what the next Joey thing is I will talk about. Okay, I'm going to pause this. Okay, I decided the next Joey thing I'm going to talk about. The next Joey thing I want to talk about is Little Red Riding Hood. Now, this is on YouTube or whatever because there is a guy in it that plays Superman or whatever in like the DC universe. I believe his name is Henry Cavill, and he plays like the Woodsman or whatever. But it is a musical comedy that's like a retelling of Little Red Riding Hood, and it is so weird, but it's like really good and stuff. Like, I don't know, there's so many funny moments, and Joey plays the big bad wolf in it, and like there are so many weird parts or whatever with the big bad wolf, and there's really bad editing because like I can't remember when this movie came out. It was sometime like maybe early 2000s and stuff, but that one's really good. It's available on YouTube. But Joey's character is just so funny, and like there's so many cursed moments that happen in it. Joey was in an episode of the Imagination Movers, my sister's favorite thing in the universe, pretty much. He like has this problem or whatever because he's like, oh my gosh, I have a baseball game and I also have my son's birthday and I want to do both. And then the movers were like, yo, we can help you, and they like do some dances and try to see like if they can play like the things at the same time or whatever. So like yeah, they help Joey out in that. There's an episode of Hannah Montana that Joey Fatone is in, and his character in that's really funny, and he actually ends up singing with Hannah at some point, Miley Cyrus. So that one's really funny. Trying to think of what else. Oh, he was in I think The Christmas Wedding Planner. That one was weird. He was in a movie called Church People, and Church People, like, it's a low budget Christian movie, and his character or whatever is like this like rock and roll guy or whatever that sings like gospel music, and like he's just all over the place and like really full of himself, and like um he's in love with this one chick or whatever, and like there's this part or whatever, like me and my best friend saw it, like she found the commercial or whatever, she got it advertised to her the year it came out, and she was like, Joey Fatone's in it, we gotta watch it and stuff, because of this one clip. This one clip that probably changed my entire life, because it is Joey Fatone. He goes up to this girl and he's like, God wanted me to marry you, you should be my wife. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that just so cool? Don't you just love Joey Fatone? Isn't he just the best thing that's ever happened to your brain and your life in Joey Fatone? Okay, so that happened. I'm trying to think of what else he's done. Oh, the reason I made this video, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. I watched the first two and they were so good. I really liked them. And Joey's character, like, he doesn't have a whole lot of moments or whatever, but like he comes at it with the facial expressions and the perfect timing, and like pulls at your heartstrings in the second movie or whatever, because like he doesn't know how to tell his family that like he's in love or whatever, because like their family is a bit more traditional or whatever in a lot of their ways, but he has a boyfriend that he really loves and he wants to spend time with, but like there's a really heartwarming moment where like his mom understands and like everybody welcomes him into the family, and like, oh, it's so good. I just love it. And like, I know I'm getting all gushy and like kind of like, oh yeah, it's Joey Fatone and arm punching and excited and stuff, but like, it's okay. It's okay to be a little cringy when there is somebody that has made you laugh and who is a good singer and dancer and is just fun. It's okay to have fun, even if it's like kind of stupid. Even if these movies aren't like, you know, the greatest cinematic things in the history of cinema. They're funny. They're great. I love Joey. Joey probably would love me as a friend. Me and Joey could probably be best friends if you think about it. Yeah, but Joey Fatone's a really cool guy. And if you have never checked out any of his projects, I implore you, I think that's a good word for it, to look through like his IMDb. Watch all the movies. Enjoy all the Nsync music that he made. Enjoy his solo music. Search out the songs he did in Church People. Just live your life. And give Joey a chance. We love Joey Fatone. I love Joey Fatone. You should love Joey Fatone. If you want to. But yeah, that was me for almost 30 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, talking about Joey Fatone. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can do that, I guess. I mean, I hope you know what you're signing up for. Yeah, but we love Joey Fatone. And yeah, Joey Fatone, Joey Fatone, Joey Fatone. And with all that said and done, God wanted me to marry you, you should